What it do, homies? It's your boy David. I'm back today. We back with some more Sleep Token. This time we're checking out Take Me Back to Eden. Let's go ahead, shut up, and turn it up. Oh, and another thing, guys, generally, whenever I do reactions to bands, especially like this, including other bands that make long songs like this, like Tool, I generally like watching the lyric version only so I can get as much as I can on a first listen. But I did want to do, show some respect and actually look at the actual video by Sleep Token. So we'll see, because sometimes I can't understand what they're saying, especially when the music that they make. I get so lost, you know what I mean? But we'll see how it goes. Unless this is like a full blown on video. Oh, and I think this is actually my first experience of ambient metal. I didn't even know that was a genre.
I dream in phosphorescence, bleed through spaces, see you drifting past the fall, but no one told you where to go. We dive through crystal waters, perfect oceans, but no one told me not to breathe. And now the weightlessness recedes. Mama, those eyes like fire. I'm a winged insect, you're a funeral pyre. Come now, bite through these wires. I'm a waking hell and the gods grow tired. Reset my patient violence along both lines of a pathway higher. Grow back your sharpest teeth, you know my desire. I will travel far beyond the path of reason. Take me back to Eden. Take me back to Eden.
I've been sitting here trying to think about what is it about this music that 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 has gravitated towards me. I'm for the most part all for the music, of everything. I'm not really sure what's going on here with this winged creature and everything. I did do a bit of research. The lead singer, I believe he calls himself Vassal, says that he was approached by what did it say? Some type of a sleep deity or something like that, called himself Vassal. So I'm not sure if this is like some type of recruitment music or something like that, especially with the whole worship thing that you guys got going on. But for the most part, I'm not really worried about all that. I'm really just kind of here for the music. And the interesting thing about ambient metal is that it kind of just has a little bit of everything that I would want to hear in music, right? I really love cinematic stuff, like cinematic approach. It doesn't necessarily have to have epic drums or something like that. But the ambience that he's got going on, and his voice just fits so perfectly with the atmosphere that they create. This little growl or something just kind of coming out of nowhere. Like I would hear that and like something a little bit more aggressive. It's like it's aggressive, but it's not. But the ambience that plays in this, it's just it's automatically going to make something super heavy when it drops. And let me tell you, bro, when Sleep Token drop, it sound like a breakdown. Bro, all of they drops are breakdowns. You generally hear breakdowns after, majority of the song is going. Here comes some heavy, so some extra heaviness for you to chew. But they put the heaviness in the emotion. This whole back and forth and stuff that's going on just makes this infinitely playable, because as you're listening to it, you're just like, oh man, it's about something's about to be nasty. And boy, is it nasty. God, I still can't get enough of this dude's voice, man. Where did this group come from? Right? Because generally, whenever you see a group start getting popular, they already got like 4 or 5 discographies down there, that they've been doing for the longest. You just, like in my experience, I'm just now hearing who they are. You know what I mean? But God, bro. Okay. I actually struggle between doing this and the other one, the summoning, but eventually we're going to get to all of them. Let's keep it going. Oh, you know what, guys? I did not change the background of my thing. It still has the one from the old one that I did my first reaction to. There we go. How dare I disrespect Sleep Token like that? All right. It's corrected, though. Let's get back to it.
Well, yeah, I spit blood when I wake up. Sink porcelain stain, choking up brain matter and makeup. Just 2 days since the mainframe went down and I'm still messed up. Room feels like a meat freezer, I dangling like cold cuts. Missed calls, answer phones from people I just don't trust. Mirror talk, fake love, but I'll take a pound of your flesh before you take a piece of my pay stub. White roses, black doves, godmother, rise up. I need you to see me for what I have become. My mind, those eyes like fire. I'm a winged insect, you're a funeral pyre. Come now, bite through these wires. I'm a waking hell and the gods grow tired. Reset my patient violence along both lines of a pathway higher. Grow back your sharpest teeth, you know my desire.
I mean, it's just a fusion of everything, right? With the kind of hip hop as drums coming in, the guy's ability to just ride the beat, whether it be cinematic, whether it be really, really heavy metal. He understands how to kind of give us that melodic flow that gotta kind of keep the head bumping. But I think the true ability in here, and I don't know if because like I said, I haven't really for the most part heard about ambient metal. I mean, honestly, this might be another genre that I might be pursuing just because of Sleep Token. But their ability to create that space, that ethereal space, and control all of those reverbs and after effects and something like that. And I think it takes a very special type of singer to be able to sing over that, right? Just from a mixing perspective, without a whole bunch of frequencies crashing. That's a little bit more of nerdy stuff and everything. I'm just trying to get out the appreciation I have for this music that I'm listening to. Like, I feel like an actual story is being told here just through the music alone. I don't know what this thing is. I guess it could be like a twisted version of Eve, right? Because it has this person, it has the apple, and and it kind of has like breast looking shape and everything, and then the hair's kind of over it. And then you say this says, "Take me back to Eden," right? Like I've fallen for grace and I need to go back, right? But it doesn't look like they have, if this is indeed Eve, it doesn't look like Eve has any intent or any remorse, from what I'm understanding, for the actions, right? They've been cast out. They now have the knowledge from biting the apple fruit of knowledge and everything. But you kind of see the scythe and you see the wings. So it's almost like she resembles death. Not too sure.
It goes to show, does it not, that we've no idea what we've got until we lose it.
how you gonna end the song with some of the most heaviest stuff I've even heard, bro? The melody is so simple, but the tone that they got going on, oh my, bro. Oh, this gonna be a long journey, y'all. I don't think I'm going anywhere. I don't think I'm going anywhere. All right. Let's do this. We'll probably do this at the end of the song for those of you that stick around. I always like to look at the meaning of stuff, and I do know that depending on the site that you go to, everybody's got different meanings and everything. But I figured, let's go ahead and look at this. And I'm not going to read all of this. I kind of just want to get a good idea. But anyways, it says it's a song about the deep desire to return to a state of innocence and perfection, right? As represented by the biblical concept of Eden. So that kind of makes sense, right? Because Adam and Eve didn't know anything about the world, right? They only knew what God had, the knowledge they'd given them, and they ate the apple of truth, and then they were aware that they were naked, right? And then they became ashamed and something like that. Went and tried to put on clothes or whatnot have you. First verse talks about diving into perfect oceans and being weightless, but also feeling the need to breathe and losing that weightness, right? So there it is. It's kind of like that state of innocence and perfection. State of innocence would be um diving, when a kid that kind of, they don't understand what would happen if you kind of go and jump into a water, right? They have no understanding and everything. For all they know, it's going to be the same as if they are walking, right? So but also feeling the need to breathe, losing that weight. And of course mentions those eyes like fire, perhaps alluding to the temptation of Eve in the Garden of Eve, and the protagonist feeling like a waking hell while the gods grow tired. The refrain repeats the desire to return to Eden beyond the path of reason, suggesting almost irrational longing for the state of purity. And of course, anything that you start longing after or lusting after, eventually that's going to turn in possibly into insanity, because what happens when you can't return to this state? Well, that means you keep trying. And as we know, the the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result, right? So in a rational longing for the state of purity, you're not going to get there. So, and that actually kind of makes sense, right? Because I think that's Eve. You see how like evil wisdom she's looking at was once pure and now it's evil. Probably got to that situation by lusting for that state of purity, lusting or irrational longing. Second verse, lyrics suggest a struggle with addiction or self-destructive behavior, with the protagonist spitting blood and feeling messed up after the main frame went down. There seemed to be a sense of betrayal by people who are not trustworthy, but also a determination to protect oneself and fight back. The line, I need you to see me for what I have become, invokes a desire for validation, acceptance, despite past mistakes. And you have a whole lot of people like that, that's like this, right? Especially when we kind of talk about like cancel culture and something like that. I need you to see me for what I've become instead of judging me from the past. You see that everywhere here in the day, and not even just cancel culture, but you have some people who won't let you be you. You know what I mean? They want to take those past issues and make build your whole entire character in their head based off that moment's take and not see you for who you are. That could be aggravating, right? If you are the subject, you just trying to at least try again, but you can't, right? And then before you know it, if you're not careful, those sharp eyes and daggers that people are kind of jarring at you and everything, you might become that persona that they believe that you are. Yeah. Sorry, something like that. Anyways, third verse reflects on the idea that we often don't appreciate what we have until we lose it. That's 100% true. I'm doing this on Father's Day right now, but I already call all the fathers that I know and wish them happy fathers, especially my own father, because you never know. And that even the strongest love cannot save something that is not actively chosen. The lyrics suggest a frustration with a loss of innocence and a willingness to fight back with self-salt, fury. Sorry, I got two kids. I'm all sitting over here wondering if they're crying. Sometimes I could be talking too loud. Even though they may not fully restore the desired state of purity, the post-chorus references the idea of being created with intention and purpose, but also the possibility of being swept away like branches in a flood. Overall, seems to be about a plea to return to a state of purity and to be seen and accepted for who we are, even if we had lost our own way. Bro, see, that's what I'm talking about, man. This gives me Tool level of energy, where it ain't necessarily like monster brain, like levels to understand what they're saying. But I think moving forward, we're going to be kind of just listening to the song and figuring out, what it means at the end. A lot of it's going to depend on if you guys stick around for it, right? Because I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste you time. I will know 2 days after this has been released which part you guys stayed from, but we are going to continue this, okay? Feeling like diarrhea of the mouth, kind of wordy right now, but that's what happens when I hear good music. It's the end of this video. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and subscribe. Dave's out.